Jesus Christ, you people suck.
Wow.
Wolverine on it.
Back in the days when we played video games, it was hardcore for the nerdy and lazy. Now things have changed and all our video games are also for the casual and lady.
But that's okay, you know the score. We told you a million times before. Playing consoles, not just games, is in the past. And every week you listen to the best damn internet radio crew. It's the N4G podcast. It's the N4G podcast.
Alright, it's time. Another week in 4G Radio. This is episode 636 for January 25th, 2021. And on the show this week we have the Drew.
Yes.
And we have the Anthony.
Also, yes.
The Wombat will not be joining us today. Whew. So yeah, video games. We finally had a couple come out. I don't know if you actually played it, Drew.
I did not.
Oh, well, I guess I'll be the only one to talk about it. The least qualified person to talk about Hitman.
I cannot believe I am the least qualified person to talk about Hitman.
I don't know about that. Anyway, we'll start with you,
Why?
Drew. What was that?
I
What?
was going to say, why do you think you're the least qualified, Ken?
I suck at those games.
Do you not think I do?
I don't know. You're better at that kind of stealthy
Oh,
shit than
man.
I am.
I think the newer ones, I will fucking talk about it when we talk about it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we'll talk about the game then. But Drew, what else you got that you didn't play Hitman?
Now let's see here. So, playing Zelda, obviously. I'm right currently in the Shadow Temple. Running around there.
That's a very uncomfortable part of that game.
That sucks. In fact, I hated it worse than the Water Temple. Because
The
I
problem
got
with
the...
that,
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, the problem with that temple is it feels like a worse version of the Under the Well. And I know that they're connected, but the well is a far scarier and far more interesting dungeon. I feel like the Shadow Temple feels like Mario 64, where there's just like, here's a floating ship, and here's some platforms that are just kind of floating in the nothingness, and it's just like, this is really weird.
Yeah, my issue with the Shadow Temple is that you are required to use the Lens of Truth. The Lens of Truth requires you to have magic energy, and I run out of magic energy about 5 minutes into that dungeon, and I have yet to find anything that drops it. So the only thing I can do is leave the dungeon and go kill stuff outside in the overworld, get magic, and then go back to the dungeon. It's really annoying.
Some of that later stuff in that game is very annoying. Like you
also
said, the
gives
Lens
you-
of Truth, and then the fucking shoes.
That's just to say.
That's what I've
The
got.
worst fucking item in the game is the hover boots.
The hover boots.
Oh
yeah.
my god, those shoes!
Ice
Fuck those.
skates. Ice skates for everywhere is what they should be called. Fuck, they are terrible.
They look like
Yeah.
clogs too, which is kind of
Well,
funny.
they never brought them back. They
Thank
never
God.
brought the hover shoes back. They brought the iron boots back.
Yeah.
Well, iron boots,
Iron
are,
boots
cool.
are cool.
Yeah, iron boots
Yeah.
are cool.
Well, they did the in Twilight Princess. They made it so you could magnetize to the ceiling with them, which I thought was way cooler than sinking to the bottom of the water.
Yeah, that's a
But-
cool idea. But the fucking hover shoes, no way, no way.
Yeah, they suck. I'm using them right now, and I was like, I hate them.
Yep.
You're not even the worst part. Wait till you get to Canon's castle with them.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah. Playing that. I played, can I talk about the games that I'm reviewing?
Oh, why don't you name them? I'll tell you if they're out.
Oh, God. Had you asked me that.
Oh, okay. Well, I know I sent you
One of the-
Red Out, right? That's out.
Red Out is out.
Yeah, that's out. It came out
Okay.
Friday, I think.
So Redout is a very, very fancy shoot 'em up. That's the best way I can describe it. Because it is essentially an on-rail shooter set in space. But everything is 3D. So you can easily get away with this by making it like a 2D, 1942 kind of game. Instead, this is Star Fox 64, essentially.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. Because I noticed, I was like, oh, this is just a shoot 'em up game. And then, or no, I didn't notice that. I noticed, oh, this is like a space. I thought it was a space sim game, where you go around and you fly around wherever and
That's what
get
the
to
trailers make it look like. Is like, what's that game that was in early access? Is it Everspace or is it something else?
Everspace has been. There's Everspace 2 coming out.
Yeah, like where you fly.
It kind of looks like generic space shooter. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're saying, like, it looks like that game that's in early access, like, all the space...
It was like a roguelike? Where you fly...
Yeah, that's Everspace.
Okay, that's Everspace.
You're not talking about Star Citizen, are you?
No. This was like a cheap little indie game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But this one's got some production value to it. The first thing I noticed was, like, this is 8 gigabytes. What kind of a... I was like, this must be a massive game. I boot it up, and I'm like... I'm playing Star Fox. I was like, okay, that's strange, but it is a fancy Star Fox, is what it is. That's the best way I can describe it. Looks pretty good.
You got like little anthropomorphic animals talking to you?
No. This is just you just see the R-wing basically.
Oh, okay.
Watch where you're flying. None of that stuff.
It's funny that you say that this feels like Star Fox because their last game felt like F-Zero.
Yeah, they did that.
Redout.
Yeah, Redout. Oh, didn't they have? They had a Mars pack and something else.
Yeah.
Wipeout F-Zero kind of game.
Yeah.
Wait, the last game was called Redout?
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is Redout Space Assault.
Oh.
Yeah, same developer. 3-4 Big Things, I think, is what they're called.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's Redout, inspired by racing games such as F-Zero, Wipeout, Roll Cage, and Pod.
I've heard people talk about that game. That was actually pretty good, right?
It's good, yeah. It's one of the better F-Zero / Wipeout clones.
What was it? There was that, and then there was Fast RMX.
Fast
Racing
RMX
Video.
is really good.
The same company did all the fast racing games. There was like 3 of them.
But they're only on Switch, right?
Well, one is only on Wii U, one is on Switch, and then the first one I think was on Wii. Like they're
Nintendo.
Weird,
they're Nintendo dudes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I play some of that. The other game I'm reviewing is it's a monkey game. I don't know why you.
Oh yeah, well that one I don't think we can talk about, which is dumb. But
yeah. Okay.
What is it?
It's called Boinkies. I think is what it's called.
Boinkies. Yeah.
Let me make sure.
Bonkies.
Sorry.
Bonkies.
I can't keep up with this stuff. Hold on, let me see here. I got the email up. I like these guys. Crunch and Koalas are nice guys. 28th. So sorry. No.
Okay.
Yep.
I am also reviewing Bonkies.
Monkeys with mech arms.
Yes.
I'm looking at the trailer.
I looked at the trailer. I was like,
the
okay.
weirdest thing. I don't know what I'm looking at.
So, based on the trailer, you can tell you play as space monkeys who can use a jetpack to move around. They have one giant biotic arm that allows them to grab things. You're supposed to build structures. So it's a physics-based game where you try to build structures and make sure they don't fall.
It's
It's
multiplayer.
co-op. Yeah.
It is it's a 4-player multiplayer game, or it does have a single-player mode as well.
Fucking monkeys.
I did load back up Doom Eternal.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say which Doom. A lot of Doom.
Mm-hmm. Doom Eternal. So that way I could get ready for my review. That's already a month and a half late.
So I saw the Switch version runs at 30.
Yeah, it is. It is apparently a solid. Like it never dips below 30.
But Doom at 30.
It's still smooth.
Hey, it's all about that frame pacing, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Like legit. Like I sat down there and I deliberately played on my TV as well as in my hands, and both docked and handheld run smooth. Like you don't have any dips. The action never stutters, and I'll give them that. But that game, and this is going to be my tagline, is ugly as sin. Because it is. Now, you remember I showed you guys that article about a month ago. I can't remember what the name of the website was.
Drew, I'm going to straight up tell you, you send us a lot of shit. We probably don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I sent an article of a guy who was comparing it to the Xbox One X version of the game. And he did side-by-side screenshots, and they looked, quote-unquote, almost identical.
Yeah, no, that's not.
And I said, I don't know where this man is located, but there must be some really good drugs where he's at, because, no. The first time I booted this game up, I went, whoa, man, this is 480p, baby?
Yeah.
And, I kept playing it. I played through the first level, and I was like, yeah, this is just, I'm going to take some screenshots. So I took some screenshots, posted them on Twitter. I mean, that game is, like, rough looking.
I mean, yeah, it's the fucking Switch, dude.
According to Digital Foundry, in docked mode, which is the best way to play it, it can go down as far as lower than 480p, right?
I don't remember
I believe so, yeah.
But wow.
Yeah. In handheld mode, it can go lower than 360. So you're shooting blobs at that point.
The internet is such a weird place for them to criticize a game running at 1800p, but be okay with a game running at 360p. Like, come on. We need to stop talking about P. I feel like we're in the bit wars again.
Well, the problem is I think Nintendo still is in the bit wars.
What is the Switch? Is it a 256-bit?
I guess. I don't know.
I know, I lost. The bit stopped, like 128 was the touted thing at one point, but nobody ever used that.
Digital Foundry, Doom Eternal docked to 720p to 540p, handheld is 612p to 360p.
Okay, so it goes 360.
Oh, so Xbox 360 version of Doom Eternal. Oh.
Xbox 360 goes higher than that.
Well, so does the Switch, but my point was the name.
Yeah. So, yeah, I did play a little bit more of that. I mean, it's a good game.
Yeah.
And it plays fine on the Switch. It just doesn't look great.
That is not the way. The Switch is the king of this is not the way you want to play this game.
And that's my feelings on this review, is I don't know what this version of this game is for.
This is also the most expensive version of the game.
You can buy Doom Eternal very cheap now. Also, it's free on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, you can play it on either PC or Xbox.
Yeah.
And you can probably pick up the PS4 version really cheap.
Yeah, like less than $20 most times, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know who this version is for, other than people who only own a Switch.
And I don't playing on Switch, and that's just the end of the story. And I don't get it myself, but
I mean, if that's the case, it's a good game.
Playing Doom Eternal on my toilet. Of course, you can do that on the Game Pass too.
Yeah, you can.
I think part of it with like the person I'm specifically referencing, he's got like really young kids, so having it portable that he can kind of take out of the room, you know, or take into like his room like later that's not attached to a television. It makes sense for him, but
I couldn't.
I mean, I get it. There's situations, sure. But, I mean, for the mass majority of people who own a Switch, I guarantee you they own a Xbox or a PlayStation. or PC
I
that
was
can
saying
run Doom Eternal.
everybody's got PC.
But I mean,
They may not be able to run a Doom Eternal.
I mean, Doom Eternal's pretty broad. If you bought a computer in the last few years, you could probably at least run it. At least better than 360p.
the I have more of a question of like Hitman 3.
That's a cloud.
Streaming.
That's a streaming cloud, yeah.
Yeah. Who's that for?
I don't know.
don't know.
Like at least Control is like a single game that you don't have to have played another game to get. But like Hitman 3, it comes with is from a series that's not on the Switch. And I listen, that's giving Control a lot of benefit. Like I still don't know who this is for.
I mean, The Witcher 3 is the only Witcher game.
But The Witcher 3 is actually on the system, and that's what makes it impressive. Like, you're not even owning the game.
No, but I just meant from the story perspective. And I'll be fair with you, I've played every Hitman. I don't know the fucking story other than bald man shoot people.
So, let me ask you the question here. So, how exactly does you playing Control or me playing Hitman 3 on the Switch work? I pay $59.99 to play this game?
Yep.
Until they decide they're not going to stream this game anymore?
You absolutely are correct.
I mean, it's the same as a digital game. They could take your rights away for the digital game, too.
But they probably won't.
I mean,
That's
maybe.
a lawsuit waiting to happen if you don't agree to it ahead of time.
Well, I mean,
My-
as soon as you boot it up, you got to accept the terms. You don't read
No,
them.
I mean, like, they're like, if they revoke your rights to play your downloaded game, it's one thing for them to not allow you to download the game again, but to revoke your rights while you still have it. Well,
It's right there. It's right there in the thing you hit accept to.
Yeah, well,
You can't argue it if it's written in the legalese. And it is. It says they could take away
argue
your
anything.
ability to play it at any point. I mean, Battleborn's about to not be playable for the people who paid $60 to play it.
I mean, the problem is that's an always online game, essentially.
yeah, I'm talking about a single player experience where you have it on your console and then they revoke the access to it.
But
But Remedy
it's perfectly legal,
Remedy
though.
stops allowing you to play that game because you decided to only stream that game.
But that's a thing you agree to when you buy it.
So you agree to the same thing when you download downloadable games. It's written in the terms of use.
Not all of them.
I'm
Not
pretty
all of
sure
them.
that the
It's-
way that
it's Sony.
PlayStation,
You can't-
Xbox, and Nintendo do it is they put it in the overarching online service.
That you might not be able to download it again, or they could revoke access to your account at any time. But I'm talking specifically a publisher taking access away from a video game, one video game specifically.
I'd almost guarantee that that's written in there somewhere. The lawyers are
With
pretty
Activision,
smart.
With Activision, yes, because they make you do a little thing every time you start up a game of theirs, like Crash Bandicoot. Gotta scroll through 5 things of legalese. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
I was going to say, it's probably something
Switch.
that's never going to happen, and if it does, I'm not going to make a fuss about it, because whatever. What else you playing, Drew?
So, I took a detour.
Uh-oh.
I am playing games, but they're not video games. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I have somehow convinced my wife to play Magic the Gathering with me,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and she's gotten into it. We now own 7 decks.
I mean, this is what the pandemic will do to you. You can't go out to dinner. Can't go out and do anything, so you're going to get your Majo cards.
Yeah. So I've been playing Magic the Gathering with my wife and teaching her how to play it.
Just the two of you?
Yep, just the 2 of us.
Battling each other? Or
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Well, I don't play
Most-
Magic. I have no fucking
Most
clue.
most games are just 1v1 kind of games.
Okay.
And I had downloaded it on my computer before. I re-downloaded because the way Wizards of the Coast is handling this is actually pretty superb. If you buy a deck, physical deck, they give you a card inside that deck that says you can also redeem this on Magic the Gathering Arena.
Pokemon does it too.
There you go. So that's
And when you buy packs, do they come with a code for a digital pack that's all randomized?
like a booster pack kind of thing. I don't think so.
I thought they did, but the Pokemon does that too, where they give you a pack from the same series, and you get a digital version of the pack. Obviously, the cards won't be the same inside, but
right.
Pretty smart.
I downloaded Magic the Gathering Arena and have been playing that as well. That is a solid card game. But yeah, we got into Magic.
Hey, you and your wife making magic.
Yeah, I know it. Other than that, a little bit of Overwatch here and there.
I just said Drew that text. You know how much anxiety that gave me?
So were the other people you playing against top 500?
No, they were not.
So you were just lumped in with a bunch of top 500 players?
Yeah, 4 of the 6 people on my team were in top 500.
And
I'm just like sitting there looking at my screen going,
So I'm assuming you guys just like...
No, we did not roll them.
Oh.
It was Lijiang Tower, and we took 2 out of 3. We lost round 2.
Oh, there you go.
But man, the anxiety, because as soon as the game started, like they sent me a message to join the chat. I was like, nah. I'm just gonna play Lucio and boost y'all and try to stay out of your way, because for people who don't know anything about Overwatch, top 500 is like the elite players in that game. And if you were to put a rank on me, I would probably be in the like 100,000s. So that's a little broken.
You're essentially playing with the top 500 players in the world.
Yeah. And 4 of them were on my... 4 out of the top 500 players were on my team.
Yeah.
One of them was like 212 or something. I'm just like, dude, I don't need to be in... I was doing placements.
Oh.
I was not even ranked yet.
What did you place for healer?
Oh, this wasn't healer. This was open queue. I was doing my open queue. My healer is like a 2800. And then my open queue was 2900 until I played 2 more games after I placed. Now it's down to 2750. Because matchmaking in that game is so broken. The two games I played after my placements was not even fucking close. Like, I had gold damage playing Lucio. That's some great fucking matchmaking.
What blows my mind is that I will play flex, just like quick play flex.
Yeah. And
I will get paired up with 2 of the probably dumbest DPS players I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, you guys sat and waited for 8 minutes, upwards to 10 minutes to get into a game to play like this.
So I was using priority passes to finish my DPS queue.
Those are fucking useless.
I waited so long that I got a message telling me that it didn't use my pass. It timed out of my pass.
Well, at least Blizzard knows that they're screwing up.
Yeah. I had that happen twice last night in 3 DPS queues.
How do you fix that?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that game as far as the matchmaking goes. It's why I literally only do my 25 placements and I never touch comp again.
I'll tell you what they really need to do. The reason why DPS is so stinking long is because that's the majority of the characters in that game.
Well, that, and even if it wasn't, that's all people want to play. They want to shooty shoot bang bang. And they suck at it. That's the worst part of it.
Yeah, well, make your freaking healers and your tanks be able to do some damage too.
Well,
you know,
they can,
I mean, it's like,
but then you play Zenyatta as a healer, and you're like, well, I'm not, and you suck at doing anything besides attacking. So you still lose because you're not outputting enough healing.
No. So, I don't know. I feel like there has to be some kind of rebalancing to that game.
Oh, they're probably just working on it for the second one. That first one, they're probably just like, yeah, it's going to be broken until the second one comes out.
Well, the second one, I mean, is the multiplayer in it's going to be the exact same. You're playing with people who's playing Overwatch 1.
Yeah, but I think they've got a lot of back-end stuff that they fixed.
Maybe.
I hope so. Not that I'll stop playing it anyway. I'll just complain about it. But...
Yep.
All right.
But, yeah, that's pretty much it, aside from Far Cry 5. Play some more Far Cry 5. I have kind of shelved Immortals until I finish Far Cry 5.
Backlog can be good.
Yep. Try and knock that one out.
All right. Well, I'll move over to Anthony, who's probably asleep because we talked about Overwatch.
Yeah, holy fuck. I was about to, turn on the Switch and just let the music play and interrupt you. I'm like, no, that'll just extend this conversation longer. Fucking Christ. I don't care.
Well, you're
about
outvoted on
Overwatch.
this show, so it don't matter.
Sorry?
You're outvoted on this one.
Yeah, well,
It's 2-1.
for once. And you know what? This just helps me because I'm the least annoying part of the show now. Yeah, so I finished Mario Odyssey.
Game was good.
That final section is so fucking great.
You talking
my
about the
God.
post boss or the?
Yeah, look, the post stuff is this is cool, but I saw part of it earlier on by going through.
Yeah,
a
going
painting,
through a window. Yeah.
and that was far more interesting than just going there. No, I mean the final segment of the main game,
Is
where
it
the
his
music
level?
starts to kick in.
Is it his level or?
Well, so Bowser's castle is great.
Yeah, I love that. I love the birds that you can move it around with their beaks.
Yeah, I thought the music was fantastic. I liked the Japanese castle aesthetic. I thought the level was laid out in the most interesting way for a more linear level in Mario Odyssey. But no, I mean I guess spoilers for a game that's 3 years. No, I mean the moon.
The moon is cool.
The moon escape.
Yeah. Dark side of the
music.
moon.
I haven't been to the dark side yet, but the moon escape music and what you're doing while the music's playing, and it's just the music's lyrics are basically "We're going to escape the moon," and it's oh shit, this is so great. Oh, I loved it. I loved the ending, actual cinematic too. I think that game's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know that's a really hot take. What else have I played? More Animal Crossing. No one cares. A game I don't know if I can talk about. Olia.
You can talk about it, but you can't tell if you like it or not.
All right, let me take you back to when I played the demo. So I played the demo of this back when Steam had their big demo festival, whatever it was called, and I liked it then, and I haven't changed my opinion on that much.
That's dangerously close to.
I'm talking about the demo.
Sure you are.
Listen, well, you know what? Devolver themselves has published a thing where it said that somebody, I don't remember, from another publication said this is a Game of the Year contender. Jeez, I wonder if that's a positive review. The game is a action platformer that has a bit of open world flavor to it. Don't think Metroidvania sort of stuff. It's very similar to Super Adventure Island 2, I think is what it was called. Where you go to different islands and then you have a linear sort of section inside the island. But it works off these really interesting mechanics of having a spear that you can warp to, and the spear can only warp if it's attached to an enemy or like a box or something, and then you do instant damage as you warp to it. And so the way I can describe this game is that it's got Dark Souls-like storytelling, but it's an action platformer, and its graphics are reminiscent of Prince of Persia or Out of This World.
I can see the Out of This World stuff with the creepy black goo things.
Yeah, the things that crawl on the ground almost remind me a lot of the leeches early on, but and Out of This World. But just the way the character moves, it looks rotoscoped. I can't tell if it is or not.
I have no idea.
But there's some minor puzzle solving. It's something to look at definitely this early on, where there isn't a ton of releases. I don't know what's coming out on though. I'm playing it on PC.
It's on Xbox, PC. I think it's on Switch. I don't know if it's on PlayStation.
But it doesn't feel like a Devolver game. I know they're publishing it, but very left field for them when most of their stuff is kind of more humorous or gory. Can't talk much more about it, but I'm playing that for review. And then the other thing that I've been playing is Captain Toad on Switch.
Did you get the cheap one?
I can't. It's
American
only.
I got it.
I bought it for... I should have just asked you in hindsight. I'm really stupid. I would have sent you the money right away. But I'd actually bought it previously on Switch anyways for like $40. I was like, $40 with the DLC is like worth it. And then that error came up. But
if you just sent me, I'd have happily grabbed you a code. Like, it took them a day to get me my code, but it was totally worth it for $4 and some
next time that happens, where because I can't. So I know everybody hates when I say that I'm Canadian, but certain things, digital codes, I can't buy from Amazon or Walmart or anybody like that for some reason. Just doesn't work. It's a big no.
Yeah, so. $5 for the game and the DLC pack was too good to pass up.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I mean, that's not saying anything because I played it back on the Wii U, but boy, it's a much better game when I'm not stuck on the Wii U.
Yeah, most things are.
Yeah, that's it for me. Honestly, this week's been long, so it's just everything's very slow at work, and I know I shouldn't be complaining because I'm actually working and stuff, but it's getting weird again. That weird feeling of back last year when this all started. I'm feeling that again.
Yeah, so. It's been a long time. Oh, goodness. All right. I have a lot to talk about, but I'll try not to spend too much time on a lot of things. Like Drew, I'm doing some backlogging. I went back to Maneater and finished that motherfucker.
Got all the
I still have 2 achievements to go. I need to finish the hit list. I think I have 8, 9, and 10 left.
Is the hit list all the hunters?
Yeah, the hunters that you've got to build up the meter to make them hunt you.
Can I just tell you that's the worst part of that game?
I have felt that way. Like, that is the worst part of it so far for me, and I've killed 7 of them.
It's tedious and not fun, and you can only get it after a while. I was like, I just remember having some arbitrary reason why I couldn't get the next one to spawn right after.
Yeah, you've got to build up this little meter of trouble.
Notoriety, yeah. You got to build up the notoriety meter, and then the famous one comes in, you kill him or her, then you get an upgrade, then you have to leave the area and then build it up again.
Yep.
Instead of just having them stack.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I've got that achievement and obviously all evolutions because you don't get them until you finish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the last 2 things.
The only other one that I remember being finding a bit difficult was, I think, the license plate ones. There was one that was a pain in the ass to grab.
Yeah, there's a bone set. There's a set that you can get that gives you like a little extra jump that makes it easy.
Yeah,
Or the
I think
on land thing. The on land thing to climb up
the lung or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you needed that before you could. And I was like, because I was trying to get it, and I was like, yeah, this isn't working. So that one was a bit of a pain in the ass because I had to wait until I got that.
That game is so.
I like that game.
That game is so fucking fun. I heard they're doing DLC too. I was like, I'll be totally there.
Ooh, I'm in again. I love that game a lot. I just remember going, oh god, like I'm so tired of killing the hunters.
What? So you evolve throughout the game?
Yeah, it's like an RPG. You upgrade. Like you start as what do they call it?
Whatever. Yeah, a pup.
A pup, and then you go to teen, and then adult, and then elder, and then mega.
Yeah, and like when it says when you not only get bigger, you can evolve in the way that you can basically put on a different fin, a different set of jaws, and then a head piece.
Yeah, there's a head, fin, tail, and body.
Yeah, so you can like change the parts of your shark to like get different abilities. So like you can have one that has bioelectricity, like a electric eel, or the skull one where it's like super.
You basically become a tank.
Bony.
It's the bone one.
Yeah. There's darkness, which is the weird one.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is that it?
That's it. There's only 3, but then you get like, was it like 8 perks, and you can equip 3 at a time.
And the only thing that I was disappointed with in that game, like that I thought they were setting up for, is that there's a lot of references to like Lovecraft lore.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's even the Cthulhu
statue
underwater. Of course, SpongeBob's house is down there too.
Yeah, they talk about Chris Parnell doing his talk about all the stuff you can find. He talks about like the hillbillies would sacrifice or whatever to like the statues of one of the elder gods.
Yeah, the hidden stuff. The hidden stuff is really interesting. They basically tap every pop culture reference. And I love the pineapple under the sea. And was it mini Stonehenge is down there too?
Yeah,
that game is rad. If you have a PS5, it's free. Go get it. I love that game. I really do.
Chris Parnell makes it.
Yeah, his commentary is really good. There was a glitch I ran into. I don't know if you ran into this. So, anytime you would trigger one of the hunters, if I was doing something when it triggered, the camera would all of a sudden go inside the shark's stomach, and I couldn't control it anymore.
Weird. No, I never had that.
That
game is not. No, I would not say that game is the most structurally intact game at times.
Yeah,
there's some weird stuff in the camera.
The glitch happened to me, I think, 4 times total when I was grinding out the end of the game. Like, you basically just have to give up and let him kill you, and then do it again.
Also, SeaWorld. SeaWorld is one of my favorite things.
SeaWorld was pretty good. Oh, that game. Play that game. Super cool. They also sent me a code for Ride 4, which is the new motorcycle game. That game looks real good. But man, you need to be into that kind of motorcycle racing to play that game. To the point where when you create your character, you can actually pick your stance. Like, do you want broad shoulders? Do you want left foot, right foot? Like, it's
how they lean.
Yeah, how they lean.
Yeah.
It's very pretty though, and it plays really well. It's just super slick. And if you're into those kind of... I used to love to play Moto Racer back in the day on PC and PS1. And I've always wanted those games to come back, which they did, but it sucked. But this game doesn't suck. So there's that.
When do they pull out the chains and start hitting their opponents? That's the one that I'm interested in.
It's called Road Rash. A couple of games I'm playing for review that I can't talk about yet. The Medium, which I'll talk about next week. And probably, I think it's 2 weeks before I can talk about this one. I'm playing that Werewolf the Apocalypse game from the guys that made Styx. The Goblin, remember that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyanide?
Cyanide makes this game, yes. This is the game that you're a dude that can turn into a werewolf.
It's related to Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Same universe, I believe, right?
Yes. God damn it. World of Darkness. Yeah.
I'll talk about that game in a couple weeks.
There you go.
The indie games I played this week. So I got some weird ones and I got some funny ones.
Go to the Ratalaika fucking one this week.
The Ratalaika one is
God damn it! I was hoping
best,
you would say there isn't one this week.
Is the best. I don't know if it's the best one I played this week, but so the Ratalaika one is called Balance a Lot. It's a play on words.
Balance lot.
Balance a lot. You know, like Lancelot.
Balance a lot. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So you're a dude on a unicycle with a lance. And think of it like Trials, where you go forward with the right bumper, you go backwards with the left bumper, and you balance yourself with the analog stick. And you can jump with the A button, and you will have to jump over obstacles and holes. If you slam your head either forward or backward, you will crash. It's another game that you can get literally 1,000 achievement points in about 20 minutes. And I actually kind of dug it because it reminded me of Trials. Now, you're not going to get the depth you get out of Trials. But for whatever it is, like $3 or $4 or whatever this game costs, it is a nice Trials-like game for 20 minutes.
Sure.
I think that's about all you'd play it. That's the Ratalaika Jam. I tried to play a game called Adverse, which is a like a momentum style platformer game where you have a bow and arrow, but there's a bug in the game that will not let you turn left, right, or up and down.
Okay.
So I could only go straight, and I was like, well, can't play this because it's first person. So if I can't go left, right, up, or down, then I can't really play it. Another game very similar to that is called Air Bounce, the jump and run challenge. You literally just jump from island to island in a time. You're timed, and that's literally all you do. I played it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay. Marble Duel is Zuma, but you're playing against like an AI. So you each take a turn to shoot your ball into the thing and see what kind of combo change you can get. It's fine. Talking about Star Fox earlier, there is a game that is literally kind of Star Fox, down to the way it looks. Like it's got that real pixelated polygon look to it. It's called Skycadia. You play a bird who is a bounty hunter, and you fly around killing bugs for bounties, but it plays and looks very similar to Star Fox.
Oh yeah, I recognize this looking at it on Steam.
Yep. It's actually not bad. It's not
Play
bad.
from the cockpit view, though.
Yes. Yes, you do. The next game is Xing. And that is a brawler.
Yep.
Where you use the right analog stick to attack. So, think Jet Li.
That can go either way.
Yes. Left and right. Did you play this game?
No.
Oh, okay.
I meant as far as it could be good or bad, depending on how well it's implemented.
I like
You're
it.
just not playing it right.
I like it. I
You're
really
not
like the
playing
art
it
style.
right.
I'm not playing it right. What are you talking about?
Too human.
Oh,
You attack
yeah.
the analog stick.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis Dyack didn't make Xing, so I think it's okay. It's got a very like anime art style. 4 ninja characters fighting a bunch of like really bad guys. It actually plays good. They do give you the option to play with the face buttons if you want to play that way, but I actually found it didn't control as well, and that's obvious because they built it with the right stick in mind. Terratopia is a top-down perspective platformer where you play as like these unlikely blob heroes. It's fine. It's actually better than I kind of expected it to be.
How do you spell that?
Teratopia. Terratopia.
Okay, because I say Terratopia is a book series apparently. So I was like, trying to search it, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. This looks like it's from the 90s.
No, this has definitely got like that Nickelodeon style cartoon look.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's amazing how many games you just don't hear about now.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why I like doing these, because every now and then there's just like this real gem that just kind of blows you away. I booted up Unspottable, but you can only play with multiple people, so I didn't play that. I revisited Cyberpunk after the new patch. The 1.1 patch came out, and I finished Act 1. So I did the heist.
Oh, okay, so you made it right where I am.
Yeah, and so that game glitched a lot while I was playing.
Yeah.
After patch 1.1, by the way.
Yeah, no, that game is still not fixed.
So the sequence at the end of the heist where you have to get on the elevator to go to the parking garage.
That happened to me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The dude in the elevator just glitched infinitely, and you can't make the elevator go until you kill him.
So mine was Jackie wouldn't get in the elevator.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the elevator. I got guys running at me, trying to kill me. And Jackie's just kind of like standing there at the entrance to the elevator. And I'm like, Jackie, we need to go.
So I got so by the way, without any spoilers, the sequence right before the end of Act 2, I want to play that like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. But then check this glitch out. So when you're finished in Act 2, like right when you start back in your apartment,
yeah,
you have to go put your armor back on.
Uh-huh.
In the character select screen, the armor did not show.
Oh, good.
Even though I had it on. So my character was just standing there nude in the inventory screen.
So the one thing I don't like about that game, and it's something that I don't know if they'll be able to fix, if you break the law, cops spawn directly behind you no matter what.
Awesome.
That's some shit that GTA 3 didn't even do.
So you could be on like the roof of a high rise and you break the law. If you turn around there's cops behind you.
That game is so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
And I'm just like, how does that make that fun? Because you're constantly breaking the law in that game.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, playing that game, I'm like, wow, I really like this world. I really think this story is interesting. But, like, every time I step out into the world and start walking, I'm like, God, this feels janky as fuck.
Honestly, Drew, after watching that video from Crobecat that you sent me, even though I saw it, I said, I'm not sitting through this. And then you sent it, and I was like, all right, I guess I have to now. Oh,
no, it's good.
Wow. I didn't know how bad they No Man's Skied this, but they just blatantly told lies about, like, this stuff's going to be in the game. And they're like, yeah, but you're not going to be able to buy your own apartment. That's not the story that we're telling. Like, you said that you were going to.
Yeah, legit. 3 months ago, you said that we were going to be able to buy multiple apartments and fast travel between them, and now we can't.
The choice of the intro only affects the intro, and like just changes the flavor text. I was like, oh my fucking God.
So, all right, I will give them slightly more credit than that.
You can have dialogue options, when you're playing.
And you get dialogue options throughout the game that allow you to change up things.
Yeah.
Yes, but that has nothing to do with the intro.
No.
It's just Fallout 3 does that, you know?
It's true. But, I mean, you know, depending on the origin story you go with, you do get other dialogue options that can change up how certain people talk to you. It can change up, you know, an outcome of something. Granted, I don't know the scope of how well the branching paths go. I don't think they go very far, if we're being honest.
I can't see them going very far, to be honest with
From
you.
the sound of it, they don't go very far.
Yeah.
This game
I-
is something else, man.
Man,
Nobody can beat Obsidian because
oh.
nobody can beat Alpha Protocol. As much as I'm dead serious, dude.
Please,
When
Ken, don't write anything else other than no one can beat or nothing can beat Alpha Protocol. Just
They
have
can't.
that as the subtitle or whatever, the subtext of the episode. Just don't list on what we're talking about. Just nothing can beat Alpha Protocol.
Nothing can beat Alpha Protocol.
as far as a deviation of the story goes, there is no game I have experienced like Alpha Protocol.
I mean, I'd argue New Vegas, but it's a little.
That's still
less-
Obsidian, though, so...
That's
Yes,
still
I
Obsidian.
know,
You
I know.
can't. So Obsidian are masters of RPGs. They really are. And Alpha Protocol blew me away. So when that game was announced, I was like Mass Effect, but James Bond, right?
Yeah.
I'm down. Like that's my jam right there. Then they delayed it. And I was like, ooh, maybe this game isn't looking too good. Then I read the reviews, and I was like, okay, instead of buying this game day one, I'm going to GameFly it because that was still a thing back then. And so
it's still a thing now.
Yeah, I know, but nobody really uses it. But and I played like the first probably 4 hours of that game. And I said, yeah, this game's broken as hell. I'm not playing it. and I sent it back to GameFly. I never thought about it. Cut to the first year of doing Phoenix Down. Jay Lee joins us on the show, and his game he wants to do is Alpha Protocol. And I was like, oh God, I don't want to play that broken game. He said, trust me, let's do it. I forced myself to play through that game. To be fair, the combat in that game sucks. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
The story, the deviation, and the characters in that game
It's
are
amazing.
bar none.
Yeah,
They're
amazing.
bar none. There are things in that game that I will never ever see unless I do these exact things in my dialogue choices and in my loyalty. It's crazy the amount of stuff. Jay had a completely different story than I did. Matt had a completely different story than I did. All the way through. That is the amazing thing about Alpha Protocol. I've never seen a game do that before, ever.
Yep.
So, anyway, there's your Alpha Protocol minute.
All right. Last game I played was a demo. And I'm the only person on the show that could play that demo.
That's right, Resident Evil.
A Resident Evil Village, the Maiden demo. Y'all didn't
I've
miss
heard
any.
it's not much of a demo.
I was going to say, y'all didn't miss much. It took me 10 minutes to play through it. It has 2 minor puzzles.
Let me show you my graphics.
Oh, it
That's
looks
basically what it was.
real fucking good. I ain't gonna lie about
7
that.
looked really fucking
This
good.
this looks better than 7.
Oh, I'd hope so.
Well,
Does it
it's
look
on.
better than 2 Remake?
Yeah, it does.
Dude,
It looks real good.
take the RE engine and then put it on the new thing, and it's gonna look amazing.
Well, we also have to note that it is coming to the old thing.
Oh, I'm getting it on the old thing.
I'm curious how that's gonna run.
I'll let you know.
And they're claiming that they've dedicated the game to that.
Dude,
Then why didn't they put
I-
the demo on the old thing so people could actually play it?
I bet that's
Because they're trying to sell PlayStation 5s.
Dude, you don't have to try to sell that thing. You can't buy it.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
I don't understand Sony paying for this. Like, okay, so you can only play the demo on PS5. Motherfuckers can't get a PS5. So nobody can play this. And truthfully, it literally is only 10 minutes. Now, granted, it's very pretty. It's really spooky, and apparently it's not even in the final game. The part that you play is not in the final game.
Well, it's like, what, Kitchen? Was that the VR?
Yeah, the VR
Yeah.
demo for RE7. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
just
that
say-
took place. Yeah, that took place previously, and you actually watch the footage of it in RE7.
I
All
don't
have to
think
say
you're...
is, fuck that demo, by the way.
Dude,
this day.
this demo will creep you the fuck out.
Yeah, it's not in VR, Ken.
I don't care. This will creep
Oh,
you out not in VR. I'm sure it would creep you out more in VR, but I'm just
The
saying.
VR shit in that game, that's a big no-no. No, I'm good.
Yeah, So Resident Evil 8 is going to be pretty good. And we'll talk about Resident Evil a little bit more later. Let's talk about what's coming out.
It's first person, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
There is no combat in the demo, FYI.
Yeah, well,
And they have confirmed that the main character of 8 is also Ethan.
Yes, but you don't play Ethan in the demo that I can tell.
No.
All right, what's out this week? PlayStation 5. We've got Atelier Ryza 2 Lost Legends of the Sacred Fairy.
Is that an Adelaide game?
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
That's the one with the hot pants girl. That has become popular now. You look her up.
I don't want to look her up.
They exploit her on their Twitter feed all the time. Cyber Shadow, which is that ninja-style pixel game that looks rad as fuck. That'll be on Game Pass as well this week for Xbox. We've got The Dark Eye, Chains of Satnav, whatever that is.
I'm looking it up. That sounds
Well, there's
vaguely
two.
interesting.
There's two. There's also The Dark Eye Memoria. I don't know why there's two, but there's two.
Apparently it's based off of a tabletop game. I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up now. Look it up now.
It's a point and click. I'm judging. Hold on. I'm going to suggest both of them are point and clicks. One, because I'm looking at the screenshots and they sure look like point and clicks. And two, they're made by Daedorc.
Yeah, they're point and click.
There you go.
And finally, The Pedestrian is coming to PlayStation. On the Xbox, we get The Medium. And we also get the Dark Eye games and Another Dawn. Whatever Another Dawn is.
I'm Googling it.
That would be a good sequel to Until Dawn.
Another Dawn?
Another Dawn.
Another Dawn looks like bad Far Cry.
Okay.
Like you are on a tropical island. Suddenly, your people have been kidnapped, and the graphics and the arm. Wow, the arm in this shot is
All right.
looks way too long.
Old consoles, PS4, Xbox, and Switch. We've got Dead Cells, Fatal Falls. That arm looks rough. The Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff Pack. Auto Chess. A lot of the games coming to PS5 and Xbox are also on PS4 and Xbox One. Citizens Unite, Earth X Space, Colossus Down, Disjunction, Marchin' Forest, Milne and the Forest Gift, Olia, Sword of the Necromancer, Tohu, Bonkies, Gods Will Fall, ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, The Prophecy of the... and it cuts off, that must be a really long title. Silver Chains, anything on Xbox that's not anywhere else. Hyposphere Rebirth, Golden Force, Royal Tower Defense, the Yakuza Remastered Collection, and Caves and Castles Underworld.
So remind me, the Yakuza collection.
3, 4,
3,
and
4,
5.
5.
That's 3, 4, and 5. So now 0, Kiwami 1, and Kiwami 2, 3, 4, and 5 are now on Game Pass, correct?
Yep, and 6 is coming in March, I believe.
Dang, that's insane.
Yep, and I bet you almost anything Like a Dragon will hit Game Pass in late spring, early summer. I bet you.
Man,
Yeah, the entire Yakuza collection.
Game Pass is a heck of a deal, isn't it?
Gets better every day, doesn't it? You can get to play the Medium this week, and Yakuza, and Cyber Shadow. Those are all out this week on Game Pass.
Yep.
So, Nintendo Switch. Ziggy the Chaser.
Ziggy the Chaser.
Ziggy the Chaser. Zombie Apocalypse. Project Starship X. A lot of the stuff we've already talked about. See if there's anything. Save Farty.
Well, say it one more time.
Save Farty.
Save Farty.
Save Farty.
I have to. I'm
Go ahead. Sushi Party, Strange Field Football, The Choice of Life, Middle Ages, Burn Super Trucks, Chill Panda, Cooking Festival, Crossbow Blood Knight, Silver Chains, and Vera Blanc, Ghost in the Castle.
All right. Here's Save Farty, a trivia game, as tasteless as the name implies.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Farty is a chicken with some serious problems. He's flatulent, but that's just the start of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So basically a game that will be buried on
And
the
it's a
Nintendo
trivia-
Switch and nobody will ever buy it.
Ridiculous trivia questions, and Farty is given us. Oh my god! So you have to answer trivia questions to stay his execution,
Okay.
and then if you mess one up, they kill the chicken.
Okay.
Can you arise, chicken?
Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken.
Arise, chicken.
Chicken, arise. Must hold hand. Alright, let's do some news. Resident Evil. So there was a Resident Evil Direct, for lack of a better word. They showed off a bunch of gameplay. They showed off the merchant. They showed off the giant vampire lady that the entire internet is horny over.
Yes, indeed, man. I've seen.
Oh.
Man, people have got way too much time on their hands.
Yeah.
After this pandemic.
Well, that's true, but I mean, geez, I mean, I saw like freaking like huge portraits of this woman.
I will trade you for Bernie Sanders memes.
Bernie Sanders news takes 2 seconds to make, though.
Dude, it is so fucking annoying. I can't
No,
do it.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, Bernie Sanders memes has quickly turned into like the what was that? That friggin'
AIDS.
kind of. That was the shuffle, the Harlem Shuffle or whatever.
Oh.
Harlem Shake. Yeah, it turned into that real quick, and I was like, wow, this is not fun anymore. Way to ruin it, guys.
So Resident Evil will also be released on May 7th. Will come to PS4, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and X.
Okay.
Looks good.
And it has smart pass delivery or smart delivery.
Well, yeah. Well, at least on Xbox, because on PlayStation it'll still be confused as to which version you want to play. I think they both have the free upgrade to the new gen.
They do. They both do have the free upgrade.
There's also out of this, Resident Evil 4 Remake has been delayed so that they could overhaul it. They also announced Resident Evil Reverse, which will be the free multiplayer game that comes with Resident Evil Village.
That looks like garbage.
I mean, nobody played Resistance, so...
Somebody brought it up, and I've been sort of stewing over it. Like, just give us Outbreak.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
No, they're going to cram the cell-shaded
But
shit
they're not
down your
good.
throat.
All you do is take the thing you made,
Operation
jam another
Raccoon
person.
City.
literally anything.
Legit, dude. I don't get it.
Raccoon City was good.
It was good. It was so good.
Everybody wants to make fun of that game, but that's the best Resident Evil multiplayer game. Mercenaries was pretty good.
Well, here's the thing. I mean,
Mercenaries is not really. Yeah.
No,
if you
it's
count Resident Evil 5, I mean that is technically a multiplayer game,
yeah, but you know what I mean. More than co-op,
right?
like more than two people playing through the main story.
Like it's just you made 2 online games on the fucking PS2. How about you take those concepts and then just make it now?
I didn't like those games.
Yeah, because you had to play them on PS2
Well, I love my PS2.
online.
I mean,
That was a
SOCOM
nightmare.
was the bomb.
Oh, fuck. Just
You don't like SOCOM?
no, the online service on
Well,
PS2
the online
sucked
service
ass.
was yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm saying, like, you take the concept of Outbreak, because the concept works, and then you do that, but on new consoles.
I think back to when online became prevalent, starting with the Dreamcast, playing over my dial-up modem, and then playing on PS2, but the fucking difference that Xbox Live made back then, holy shit, it was like, why would you play anywhere else? Like, that
Well-
service was so good.
Well, that was also a service. Like you could go to an Xbox Live menu. The PlayStation 2 didn't have that, did it? It was just
No, it was a garbage
You had to-
modem.
You had to put in a disc to start up the internet.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was bad. Speaking of Xbox Live, you like how I'm saying that?
Mm,
We
there you
almost
go.
had a really interesting story to argue over.
We did, and then they said, "No, all right, we get it."
So Friday morning, Microsoft dropped the news that Xbox Live was going to double in price to $120 a year. And the internet lit the fuck up. Woo. And by the end of the day, it was no longer double the price, and free-to-play games will now be free to play.
So I think the moral of the story is that bullying is actually worth it. I mean, I don't.
I'm sorry, I just the way you said that, Drew. I don't think that's the story you take. I don't think you take away from.
I have to get your takes on this because I've seen plenty of hot takes on the internet. Some people think it was a conspiracy, like, oh, we're gonna double the price and then look like the heroes 12 hours later.
No.
Other people think it was somebody stupid saying, hey, we can make more money, which was probably the case.
I would venture to guess option number 3, which hasn't been brought up yet, which is let's hike up the price of Xbox Live Gold, and everybody will say, "Why am I paying for Gold when I can get Game Pass for $5 more and get a whole bunch of free games?"
I believe that was their goal. Yeah.
It was a ploy to get people to subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. Was
Now-
what it was.
So they did take away the barrier to play free-to-play games, which is something that we've yelled at Microsoft for years. Like, how stupid is it that you have to pay to play Fortnite?
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, this was actually something they were planning to implement by the end of the year to coincide with the Halo Infinite release.
Right. You
But
can play
they-
it for free
But
kind of
they
thing.
moved it up to make this look better than it was.
That's like, yeah, I mean, you get into some conspiracy stuff, though.
Well, I've heard from insiders that their plan was to get rid of the paywall for free-to-play games by the end of the year. That was on their roadmap. It's been on their roadmap for a while.
And I guess they just figured, while we're at it, let's just go ahead and make it free.
Well, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and announce, because you noticed that it didn't happen immediately. They said it would be over the next couple months. So they're going to have to move the work that they were going to do at the end of the year up to, like, spring. So, but, yeah, the fact that we were still paying, or people out there were still paying to play games like Fortnite and Warzone when they're technically free to play is
Everywhere else.
yeah, is really a shitty practice that I have constantly criticized Microsoft for. Like, you can't force people to pay for a game that is not pay. You can play it on PC, Switch, PlayStation for free.
For free, exactly.
So,
I just, I get the reason why they still charge to play online, because obviously there is a lot of server stuff that they have to keep up with.
yeah, but they don't, like, you can literally
guys,
play the
you
same, you can
make-
play Doom Eternal online on the PC for free.
Yeah, and I'm just like, maybe it's time to hang up the whole charging people for
Oh, I think it's,
playing online.
I do think gold is going away. But Microsoft right now is not going to give up free money.
Yeah, I understand that, and I don't know. It's just, oof, man, that's just a weird.
They need
That
to
was
get
a weird turn of events, at least.
they need to get to a certain threshold of Game Pass Ultimate before they get rid of gold.
Yeah,
And that's what they're trying to do with the conversion stuff. That's why you can still convert your Xbox Live Gold for $1.
yeah.
Because they
I
want
mean,
people
they're
off
pushing
gold.
it hard. Yeah,
Yeah, they want
Like,
people off gold.
So there's 3 ways you can subscribe to Xbox. You can get Gold, you can get Game Pass, or you can get Game Pass Ultimate.
That is correct. And only Ultimate carries gold with it.
Right.
So they want
So-
people on Ultimate.
How much is just Game Pass?
It's like $10 a month, right? Just regular Game Pass. I'm pretty sure it's $10 a month.
And you can have Game Pass without having gold?
Yes. So Xbox Game Pass is just the free games. Game Pass Ultimate is the free games, the PC games, and Xbox Live Gold. And then Gold is just Gold.
Yeah, I don't. It's getting convoluted at this point.
Yep, and that's why they want to get rid of Gold.
Yeah.
That's
They
why
need to
wanna get rid of
consolidate
Gold.
something.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so-
why they should have just said, like, you know what, we're getting rid of gold. I mean, why not do it?
Well,
You
I'll
know?
tell you exactly why they don't do it. Because there are a lot of people who don't want the subscription service. They're the people that only play Madden. They're the people that only play Call of Duty. They're the people that only play
Yeah.
Destiny, and they're paying Xbox Live Gold to play those games online. They don't want anything else. There's a lot
Yeah.
of those people.
I
Yeah.
worked with a guy who was very upset about the increase because he only plays Call of Duty.
Yep.
So
And if
I
you-
have no need for the rest of these
He
games
bought-
that they're offering.
Exactly.
yeah, he bought an Xbox Series X just to play Call of Duty.
That's a heck of a dedicated person right there.
Yeah,
And those
Yeah,
are the
but-
people that are giving Microsoft $60 a year that Microsoft does not want to lose, trying to up their costs to, what is it, $120 a year for Game Pass Ultimate?
True.
They want to get those people over to Ultimate before they get rid of Gold. So. But speaking of Xbox Live Gold, you want to know what free games you get this month? It's actually a good month!
I don't believe you.
There are 5 games this month.
Okay.
We've got Resident Evil Remake.
The,
Yeah, the
wait.
first game, Resident Evil Remake.
just
for
that
the
one.
Xbox One.
Yeah, for Xbox One.
So it's just the first remake. It's not the combo with 2 or 1 and 0.
No, it's just the first one.
Okay.
Dandara, Trials of Fear Edition, Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Wonder why they put that on there. Lost Planet 2 and Gears of War 5.
Wow.
Sorry, just Gears 5. That's what it's called.
Gears 5. Yeah.
So
Okay.
all 5 of those games with gold for the month of February.
And what? 3 of those games are on Game Pass.
Uh,
2 of
I
those
don't know.
games are on
I
Game
don't know
Pass.
if Dandara is still.
Dandara is not anymore. Gears 5 is. Resident Evil is not.
Not.
Indiana
No.
Jones is not. Lost Planet is not.
Okay, so just 1.
So just Gears 5.
Okay.
I own all of those games except for Dandara. So nothing
I mean,
for me.
I
but-
own Resident Evil 1 remake on GameCube, PlayStation 4 with the combo pack that they had.
when I own it on Xbox One.
There you go.
And that Indiana Jones game is pretty good. Ain't gonna lie.
That was the original Xbox game?
Yeah, original Xbox.
Yeah.
Now it's in 4K.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, looks good. Speaking of Game Pass, lots of additions we already talked about. Also, Control made its way to Xbox Game Pass for PC this week. So if you want to go play Control on the PC, you can. We didn't talk about Hitman, did we?
What about
No.
Hitman?
We didn't
No,
talk
we did
about it. Hitman came
Okay.
out this week. Literally,
Okay, you played it.
I played through the first level. I played through the tutorial level.
Okay.
That's all I played. That game looks really fucking good. I think that's the first game to launch at 4K 60 on the Series X.
Yeah.
Just straight 4K 60. Holy shit, it looks good.
Now, is this game also available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4?
Yes.
Yes.
And in
Okay.
fact, if you want to
Yes.
play it in VR, it's only on PlayStation 4.
Gotcha.
You cannot play the VR mode on PS5. Such a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
They also added Desperados 3 to Xbox Game
Yes.
Pass.
That is out now.
That's a good game. You should check that game out. That's a good game.
Also, the thing I was going to say earlier is that, I mean, all of Hitman is just trial and error, and I think they really made that clear with the newest set of Hitman games, the reboot trilogy, or whatever you want to call this.
It's also very nice that you can pull in all of your old games. So
Yeah,
every
they're-
level from Hitman that you own on Xbox, you can play. on
Yeah,
Xbox.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Another interesting thing that happened this week, I think this was like very early in the week, there was a tweet about Fall Guys coming to Xbox Game Pass, which was immediately debunked about 5 seconds later. That was a weird turn of events.
Who originally said that?
There was an Xbox Game Pass account on Instagram that replied that Fall Guys was coming to Game Pass.
But I don't know it because I never actually saw a link to that.
I saw
just
the
a
actual
screenshot.
Yeah, I saw the screenshot because it was deleted immediately.
Yeah, so I don't know how real that is.
Well, it was real because like Devolver immediately came out and debunked it.
Yeah, I mean it looked legitimate. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, with that screenshot if it was from, like, if that screenshot was real, but it was enough where enough people had seen it, and now we're like, well, it's coming to Game Pass, that Devolver had to say something.
So this sparks always the conversation. We know Fall Guys will come to Xbox at some point. We know it'll come to Switch at some point. Just like we know Final Fantasy Remake is coming to Xbox and PC at some point. But the fact that these companies are not allowed to say anything because of these deals is just fucking disgusting. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But I get so tired of this hush rule that you can't say a game is coming to another platform at a later date. It's just the stupidest. It is one of the stupidest things in this industry. I don't get it. So that's just my soapbox for the week, because I get tired of it, and then that goes for every platform. I get so sick of hearing that this game is coming to Switch. Well, is it coming to PlayStation? There are no plans at this time. There is no way in hell Square Enix is not going to put Final Fantasy VII Remake and sell another 4 million copies on Xbox and PC. No way. It will happen. Which, by the way, isn't that year up pretty soon? Didn't that game come out in March?
Yeah.
So we should be seeing that version probably in about 2 months.
Will they even have a fanfare for it?
They'll put it on Game Pass, and Microsoft will promote the shit out of it.
Oh, there you go.
That's what.
It's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're bringing Final Fantasy VII Remake to Game Pass. Whee! You can play for free. That's kind of like the thing when you don't get a game on Xbox day one, you get it a year later on Game Pass for free.
For free, yeah.
Like the Yakuza games they didn't get forever, now you can just play them.
Yep.
Anyway. New Fortnite characters, the Terminator and Sarah Connor, coming to Fortnite. How long is it before Fortnite has every pop culture character in it?
Problem is, a lot of people playing Fortnite doesn't understand half these characters.
You don't think they know the Terminator?
I think they know who the Terminator is, but like, who's this woman with the Terminator?
Sarah Connor.
She was in the last Terminator movie.
Wow.
The bad Terminator movie.
Kids just don't. Will Smith's got a new song sequel. It's called "Kids Just Don't Understand" now.
Yeah.
Bringing back DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Wow, man. Are we not like the epitome of the old man?
Oh, absolutely, Drew. I don't know if you know this, but we are the old men.
The kids nowadays don't even realize that Will Smith started as a rapper.
Oh, absolutely not. When you
Will Smith used to rap?
When you hear somebody online be like, "My first video game console was the PlayStation 3," I'm like, "Oh, I'm so old."
Yeah,
I'm so old.
I was telling Anthony the other day, I know I'm starting to feel old because I'm seeing people have nostalgic memes for SpongeBob SquarePants, and SpongeBob started like the year after it was a little too young for me.
Yeah.
So I attribute SpongeBob to being something for kids, and now there's 25-year-olds that are really nostalgic for it.
I mean, it started in '99.
I know, but see,
I was already graduated from high school.
I was 14, and I was like, I'm not watching.
You do a podcast with a guy who grew out of SpongeBob long ago, but it's just still going on. So, I mean, you're not wrong by thinking that, Drew, but it started in '99. I mean,
I understand that, and I get that.
was,
But it was. I wasn't watching
7.
SpongeBob because that was like for kids, and I didn't care about watching stuff for kids, even though I was still technically a kid.
And you
I was,
you still watch the shit from your childhood now, so.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like you never really grow up. But see, I would go back and watch DuckTales, not SpongeBob.
I was 12 when the first SpongeBob movie came out.
I don't know when the first SpongeBob movie came out. So
2004.
Oh. Well, you
I
were
had
born in the
graduated
90s.
high school.
Yeah.
I was. God.
I mean, why do you do this to yourself?
Were you in the 70s, Ken?
Tail end of it. I was born in 79.
79? Okay. I was born in 85.
Yeah, I was literally the tail end. I'm the tail end of everything. I'm tail end of being born in the 70s. I'm tail end of my zodiac sign. I am just the tail end of everything. Anyway. Vicarious Visions made one of the best games to come out in 2020. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. They
Rest in peace.
now have been absorbed by Blizzard and are reportedly working on a Diablo 2 remake.
Yeah, like
it sounds like they're only going to ever work on Blizzard products from now on.
Yeah, they've been absorbed by Blizzard. So
yeah. So, and the one thing I take from this is that they're not doing like a remaster of Diablo 2. They're doing a straight up remake of it.
If anybody can remake something that brings back nostalgia, it's Vicarious Visions.
I am so down for a Diablo 2 remake.
But I'm also very sad that they will not be making Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4.
They're the reason why Crash got a fucking new game. Like, they're the reason.
They're the ones that did the Insane trilogy?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, Spyro, I know was done by Toys for Bob, who did Crash 4, but, like, for fuck's sakes, that's... It's just so irritating to have, like, a studio of talent be relegated to bitch studio for another company.
They went to a studio that has talent.
Great, but like this is such an Activision ass move, This is a studio full of talent.
I mean, we saw what happened to High Moon Studios. They made amazing games, starting with Dark Watch. Then they made all those Transformers games, which were incredible, and now they make Call of Duty maps.
Yeah.
That one still makes me sad, because those Transformers Cybertron games were incredible.
Treyarch made the Spider-Man 2 game. And now they're called, and they ended up devolving into Call of Duty Studio.
Every third year they make a Call of Duty game.
Holy shit, I didn't see this news story anywhere, but it's not related to video games. It just popped up on my feed. You know Chappelle got COVID?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I did not see that story.
Yeah, there's a picture of him hanging out with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk and Grimes, who recently confirmed that she had COVID. Yeah, maybe don't fucking do the things that you've been told to
Hold on. This is the only time you can do this. Chappelle is fucking up. I think Dave's the only one that enjoys that as much as I do. White people in general is fucking up. That skit. Shh, they coming. That skit's great. I love that skit.
Well, Jamie, pull up that article for me.
Yeah.
Put it up on the screen. Put it up on the screen.
My favorite
Not
thing
that
is,
article, the other article. The other one. Go back.
What's wrong with you, man? Come on.
Come on, man. Jamie, what are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
My favorite thing is still Joe Rogan
Interviewing Joe Rogan. It's so good. It's so good. Joe Rogan interviews Joe Rogan.
No,
it's so good.
It's Joe Rogan interviews Ro Jogan, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes, Ro Jogan, that's right.
I mean, why not? We live in that kind of world with the deep fakes, man.
That green text is perfect. Talking about it is like he smacks his lips. He adjusts his mic. Jamie, pull up that article. Wrong article, Jamie. Pull up the other one.
All right. I don't have any other news stories, so if you have anything before I move on, please let me know. Going once.
I don't think I have anything. Give me a second.
Going twice.
I'll check. if there's any brand new news. Really? Oh, wow. Okay, here's one that just popped up. Modders are developing AI-based app for creating new voice lines using neural speech synthesis. All right. Yep, we're going into the creepy...
Is this the dead people thing that Microsoft is building?
No, this is like, hey, let's take Skyrim characters, right? Run dialogue through of like one person, and then they'll be able to generate new dialogue for characters based off of the synthesis of the lines that they fed in.
Okay.
So I suppose it's the same. It could be the same thing. Yeah. No, that's creepy. This is like we want more lines for NPCs in video games. Not,
the
I want my
Microsoft
loved
thing
one to live forever in a box
Yeah,
beside me.
the Microsoft thing creeped me out because apparently you can talk to your dead relatives through AI now.
That's
Yeah, no.
some Black Mirror stuff right
That's
there.
It is.
That's some mental illness type shit.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that. I don't want to talk to my
They're
dead relatives.
not alive. Why are you lying to yourself?
I don't know. Anyway, let's do some tweets. Blue Apple Blue wants to know, what is your fight song?
Like from a video game or just period?
Well, the whole tweet is, what is your fight song, battle song, victory song, and game over song?
Okay, so I guess video game songs?
I think it's just any songs.
I mean, my fight
Okay.
song is the Blue Dragon battle theme, right?
Are you talking Eternity?
You know,
Chicken
every time
steak.
it's the same song in every battle in Blue Dragon.
Well, there's the song Eternity where there's
That's
vocals.
the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
song.
no, I'm talking about the battle music. When you get into a regular battle, you know, every time the screen destroys and then it plays that song, that's my fight song.
I wish
Okay.
I had more time to think about this.
He says fight song / battle song. I guess that's the same thing.
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay, so fight song, battle song, definitely Blue Dragon. Yeah. My victory song is the Final Fantasy one.
Final Fantasy fanfare.
Yeah. I mean, do you think of any other thing when you have a victory in a video game? Like, that's what I think
Nope.
of.
I'm gonna say my fight song is Scorpion's Robot Man, just because it's like just constantly a rock song. It works. Yeah, I don't know if victory all I can think of is the Final Fantasy victory
I
theme.
mean, it's quintessential, right?
Yeah, it's perfect. And then what was it? What was the last
The
one?
game over song for me is the Zelda, when the first Zelda, the do 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 do, that thing. When it's asking you if you want to continue, that's totally my game over song.
The song is over by The Who would be mine. Well, that's more of a victory or like a end game credits sort of thing.
Oh man, battle song. Don't know.
I mean, you could pick anything from Hotline Miami and it works.
Yeah, that's true. Hotline Miami.
So I'm like looking at Scattle's music right now, and there's a couple in there that it's like.
You said that, and I immediately thought of basketball when they do the scat man.
I'm a scat man. I would say Reach Out for the Truth by Persona 4.
Oh Jesus! I don't know Persona 4 music, so sorry.
Persona 4 music is awesome.
I've heard it's incredible. Like that performance they had at the Game Awards for Persona 5, that was a great song.
Yeah.
My battle music is anything from Patapon.
God.
What about your game over, Drew? What's going on?
My game over. Gosh. The when you die in Mario 3.
Oh God!
They brought it back in Super Mario 3D World.
What is it? Because I remember Mario 2 was do 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 do.
No, not that one. Mario 3. So it's dun 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 dun.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
And then it goes.
Dun-dun.
Because
Yeah.
the first Mario is what's the first? Do 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 do.
No, it's.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because the Mario 2 one for some reason sticks in my head. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know why.
Hang on a second. Yeah, that one's really
Mario
quick.
2. Mario 2 has one of the. I think it's got the best soundtrack out of the first 3 games.
Yeah, I love Mario 2's music. So good. Alright, next tweet, Curtis wants to know what's included in Xbox Live Gold membership, and did Microsoft really listen to gamers in the first place to double the price, then do a 180? I mean, we talked about that earlier. It's playing online and the games with gold. That's what is in gold.
Hang on, I found my jingle and I want to play it.
Okay, play your jingle.
All right, let me bring it up here. I'll have to turn up the volume on my phone.
Please don't publicly touch your jingle.
I'm not.
What about
Here it goes.
What about your tingle?
That. So when I die, I want to hear that.
You want to hear that music? you Sorry, I had a flashback to the Game Grumps episode where they were talking about they wished everybody got one fuck move. Like when you die, you know how you get that second that you stay in the air?
Yeah.
Before you die, and right before you die, you're like, fuck! If you get another chance at it, so they call it your one fuck move.
You only get it one time.
You only get it one time. So I'm about to die. Fuck! Oh, shit. Oh, I don't know if Microsoft... I mean, they listened to the gamers yell. I don't know if they did it. They did it so they didn't have bad PR, yo.
My thing is that, and I said it on Twitter and I'll say it here, is from the outside looking in and watching these people, they announce, gold's going to be double the price per year. And there's people out there who are PlayStation fanboys saying, this is why PlayStation is better.
Oh,
and then 6 hours later, they reverse that and say, we're actually not going to do that now. And we are going to also make it free to play games, free to play, period. And then Microsoft fanboys come out and say, see, they listen to their fans. Sony would never do that.
And all I'm going to say is if Soylent Green was a real thing, I would nominate all those people to become Soylent Green.
I tweeted about this, but I really don't understand these people's look. Like, they act like their box is going to fuck them.
The last time I checked on these people.
Oh, God.
It's been a few months now.
Were they shitting themselves then too?
Well, no. Well, my thing is that
like they can't take care of themselves.
Well, that's what I was curious about, because I was like, surely these are not grown adults that are acting. This way.
Absolutely are.
And then I click on their profiles, and I'm like, this guy looks like he's probably like 26, 27 years old, and he's saying asinine stuff like this. And I'm just like, did you not get hugged enough as a child or something? I mean, what?
I don't understand.
What's wrong with you? Or is it the opposite? Your parents didn't discipline you enough as a child.
You're out here championing a plastic box.
I don't get it. It makes no sense whatsoever. Who cares if you own a PlayStation and another person owns an Xbox? Who cares?
Clearly they care.
If I like Microsoft products, why would I care if somebody likes a Sony product? Like, do you understand? When you sit down and you say it like that, do you not understand how stupid you sound?
I mean, this is a constant in everything. If you don't want to have gay sex, why do you care that other people are having gay sex? That's an important question to ask. And yet, somehow, people still have issues with it.
Well,
it's true.
I don't understand people's
You don't have to partake.
Yeah. I don't understand people's issues with anything of when somebody else enjoys something. I just
Is
don't.
it hurting anybody? No, then fuck off.
I just don't but I also don't understand, like, Drew, when you go to these people's profiles, the shit that's in their profiles, like hashtag for the players.
Yeah, it's like that's their identity.
Unless you're on Sony, in which case, fuck you. Then some expletives.
And what's funny is, like, you go through their feed, and they say
And
the word
just them
Xbox more than they say the word PlayStation, and vice versa.
Yeah, they are more concerned about what's coming to Xbox. They're more concerned about what's coming to the other person's platform than they are theirs. And they so if you're an Xbox fanboy, you pay attention more to what's happening at PlayStation than you do with your own system.
Yeah, why do you care?
I don't get it. Like it's turned into people's like online identity. Like I'll see Jeff Keighley, who is somebody that I actually respect in the video game industry. He'll post some news, and I click on it just to get some more information about it. And all it is replies of just fanboys yelling back and forth at each other.
PlayStation's better. Xbox has Ultra Game Pass. Oh, Nintendo Switch.
I mean, so I have one that's outside of like even that, like outside of the console war thing. I just have to pull it up because I don't remember what the game's called. So a game just got released called Ocean's Heart. It's coming out on PC only. It's a Zelda-like game. That I say that not as a slam against it, but it's clearly designed
inspired by Zelda.
Yes. Somebody comments on the video, which was apparently put out in November. I know what you're thinking. This is just Zelda, and you are right. And it's not like he's slamming the game. He's just like, yeah, it's what you expect. And this asshole responds with just Zelda. Seiken Densetsu 2 was just Zelda 2? ? It is a top view game. Of course it's similar to others. And I'm like, this guy has commented multiple times in the comments on this video. He did not make the game either. I thought like, oh, the dev? No. This is a one-guy project, and it's using something that is like a program that is built to make Zelda-like games. And it's just like, why are you spending your time purposely getting angry with people? Like, the guy didn't slam the game. He said it looks like Zelda. And a lot of people are saying, it looks like Zelda. I'm excited. Day one purchase. A Link to the Past is my all-time favorite game. Like, it's just the people that get on the internet just to be angry. Like, holy shit.
I see it all the time. I see people just, they want to be mad about everything. And I'm like, man, you know how much energy it takes to be mad? I ain't got that kind of energy to be mad.
I have a job that I work, 50-something hours a week at. I don't have time to do that stuff.
Somebody got pissed at me last week about, or it was like 2 weeks ago, about a football team. I'm like, number one, you don't play for them. Number two, who cares? And then they proceeded to insult my football team. I was like, if you want to piss me off, insulting my football team is not the way to go about it.
I was about to say, do it to the Falcons, which is probably one of the worst teams in the league right now.
But even if my team was the best team, who cares? It's this entertainment that you watch on television, and then when it's over, I don't think about it anymore. It's like when I finish a game, I'm like, well, I like that game, or I didn't like that game, and then I move on. And like, if you insult like when Anthony sighs and goes, God, you guys are talking about Overwatch again. Like, I don't get mad at him.
No.
I'm just like, okay, well, Anthony doesn't like Overwatch. That's cool. Whatever. Oh man, I don't know. People are funny people, man.
I don't get that. I just, whatever.
I don't. I know I've said it before, and I know we've joked about it, but like, I don't begrudge anyone that likes Shenmue.
No, if you like it, more power to you, brother.
my anger around Shenmue 3 is more of like, I can't believe he wouldn't take the potentially last chance to wrap up the story. I feel that's unfair to people. But other than that, like, it's not like I didn't like it. I found it boring. I'm more upset with the fact that I can't see what other people see. And it's the same with Uncharted. You know, I wish I could enjoy those games. I just don't. But I don't begrudge anyone for liking them. I'll argue with you, but I'm also not like, fuck you, your opinion's wrong. Like, I totally understand why someone might like something like that. They're interesting games. They're not boring. Fuck you if you like Disaster Report 4, though. I have no tolerance for nonsense. Kidding. But it's just like, I don't begrudge people for what they like. I might question it, but there's a difference between questioning something and then just being an asshole about it on the internet.
Oh.
And I don't get the jump there. You like this? Every opinion you have now is invalid. Based on the thing
unfollow
like.
me. Please don't tweet at me again.
My thing is that, and I'll be honest with you, it darkens my time when I see stuff like that. And I'm not going to say it ruins my day when I see that, because I can usually just block it out. But when it's always there and people are always just constantly, Sony's better, Microsoft's better. And it's really perfect example. I got into a chat with some of my coworkers from another site. And I had mentioned that I purchased a Series X. Everybody, and I didn't know these people, played video games. They don't know that I play video games. We were just talking. And I was like, yeah, I just purchased a Series X. This was a few months back. And everybody in the chat was like, oh, disgusting, gross, ew, why would you buy that? PlayStation's better. And I'm like, so you guys aren't even in this ecosphere of video games, following video games all the time. It's just, you've bonded together for some odd reason, thinking that since you own a PlayStation 4, Xbox sucks. Now, they do it in a joking way,
Sure.
But I'm like, you guys don't, like, but you see this every day if you're in the industry like I am. And I'm just like, I feel like as much as Sony and Microsoft play off like they don't care where you play your games, I think they secretly love the fanboys because it makes them sell more consoles that way.
Maybe. I don't
Sony,
know.
because I'll be honest with you, like, I see a lot more Sony fanboys than I do Microsoft fanboys.
Sure, they're the leader. That's how that works.
Yeah. Whoever's on top is the one who's going to have all the. Because two generations ago, if you bought a PlayStation 3, you were a loser.
Yeah, like, why would you buy that? 360's better.
360 is better because it's on top. And, like, it's both sides of the spectrum here. And I just, like, every time I see a comment like that, I just, like, I used to just roll my eyes and say, what an idiot. Now I'm just like, God, this is what this has devolved into.
Hey, look, it's Xbox is a power bottom, all right? Sorry, I can't.
God damn it.
It's not about the size of the axe, it's how you swing it.
I got no time for your shit.
Oh, man. Sorry. I had to break up that, but it was, I think part of it is, like, tribalism is just inherently built into people. Like, look at sports teams, look at anything. Like, you like this type of music, you can't talk to us. Like, because you like pop music, heaven forbid you like pop music. Like, some of it's catchy on purpose.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm just gonna be real honest with you. This is some shit that I for sure used to argue when I was still pissing my pants. When I was 10 years old or 9 years old or something.
And like, I don't begrudge people from taking some sense of identity in what they like, but at the same time, if that limits what you can enjoy in life, which I'd argue console fanboyism does, then there's a legitimate issue. Here's a thing I might regret saying later, but like I'm glad that people that listen to this podcast have different opinions than people on the show, because it makes it so it doesn't feel like this is just an echo chamber. I mean, we're all very different from each other on the show too, so that works out in our favor as well. Because it is weird when I listen to certain shows or watch certain videos on YouTube or whatever, and it's like, clearly this has become tribalistic in the sense that everybody has to be the same way and have to like the same things and can't disagree, and there's something wrong in that. And I get it, that's kind of how people came to be through like evolution, but like it's now not the time to have that anymore. Like, you can have your cliques and stuff, but at the same time, like, be civil with others. It doesn't just disappear online, although I feel like some of these people are definitely like this in person as well. So I'm glad that we have the option, though, like, like, to have people talk to us and be like, no, you're wrong. Okay.
I mean, I mean, if I'm legit wrong, I'm wrong. If you just think I'm wrong, well, that's just your opinion.
But most people that are messaging into the show at least explain to us like how they disagree, right? And it's like that's a disagreement. That isn't a shooting down of someone's opinion or purchase, because that's what blows my mind is how you can shit down shit on someone who is like just purchased something that is $600.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you? That's really shitty of you.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing is, like, if you look at me, I purchased a Series X, and I enjoy that
You're
system.
dumb for it, but I haven't said. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I don't care. Like, I'll be the first one to say, there's not much games, brand new games for the Series X out there.
But that's every console at launch.
Usually, I mean, sure, you've got PlayStation 5, which has, they have Demon Souls, they have Spider-Man, they have a few things that are more there. I want a Series X because, I have so many games just in my library of Xbox that I can now play all in one system. I don't have to have my Xbox One anymore. I don't have to have my 360 anymore. I can play all of those right there. Also, I subscribe to Game Pass, which is a phenomenal service that I put money into, and I want to continue enjoying that.
It doesn't mean it's for everyone.
Well, no, it's not.
Huh.
At the same time, I hate the fact that sometime this year, God of War 2 or whatever it's called, Ragnarok, is coming out, and I'm going to miss it because I don't have a PlayStation 5.
Unless it
I
comes
hate
to
that.
PS4.
I think, it's coming on PS4.
Well, you know what I mean, though. Like, if there's things that I'm missing on the other system, will I get a PlayStation 5? More than likely. Will it be this year? Probably not.
Because you won't be able to find one.
Well, not even that. It's just I can't afford to have both systems at the same time.
I also say you can't find one this year because I feel like it's not getting any better.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's not about, like, I just made that choice because I like the games that I have, and I pay for this service. I mean, it's like, I have so many games that I haven't actually played on my Xbox systems that I want to get to. So, I don't know. I see it, and it saddens me a little bit.
Yep. All right, let's move on. The next tweet is a positive tweet. It comes from Dom. He says, love the show. Been listening for years. Heard so much talk and praise about Immortals Phoenix Rising that I had to pick it up. If it's as good as you guys say it is, then it won't get lost in my backlog. Thanks for the laughs during work. I'm glad somebody else laughs at our jokes.
Yeah, it is. It is as good as we say it is. I
also,
promise.
last week was something special with the terrible underwear talk.
Oh, did
God.
you now remember the underwear talk?
What?
I said, did he just now remember the underwear talk?
Yeah, I mean, I just now, whenever he brought it up, I forgot about that.
That was the tagline I used. The tagline for the episode was called Underpants Problems.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, the panties. The panties.
Panty party.
The underpants gnomes.
What are the 3 steps, Drew?
Step 1, collect underpants. Step 2, step 3, profit.
Yep.
One of my favorite jokes of that entire episode is that they all walk into this cave and they're all like working. And I think Stan's like, wow, this place is huge. And then Kyle's like, yeah, it's almost as big as Cartman's ass. And the way Cartman says, he's like, no, it isn't, you guys.
No, it isn't, you guys. Oh, shit. I've been catching up. I started watching the most recent season, and man, they're nailing everything going on right now. I just watched the Impossible Meat episode.
So I've actually become a pretty big proprietor of Impossible Meat.
Hey, if you dig it, you dig it. I tried it a couple times, and it's just not for me.
That stuff tastes and feels exactly like meat.
Well, let me ask you a
That's
question.
what's
Do
important to me.
you eat it plain, or do you eat it with stuff on it?
I mean, it depends on what we're making. So we've done tacos with it. We've done hamburgers with it. We've done quesadillas with it.
But I mean, do you put toppings on it?
Oh yeah, I mean, we typically put stuff on it. It's
So-
like, I'm not gonna eat a plain hamburger. I'm
See,
gonna
I
put stuff
eat,
on it.
I eat plain everything.
I'm
And
sorry, hold on. You don't put anything on a hamburger?
just cheese.
He's a fucking
Okay, that's
weirdo,
still
dude.
cheese. Yeah, I know, but like I'm weird in the fact that he's like, I don't put any toppings. All I thought was a bun and then a hamburger, and I was gonna lose my fucking mind. That is the most plain ass fucking meal.
So you don't do ketchup or anything?
Nope.
I do mustard myself.
So
That's-
on a burger, so like if I go, when I went to Burger King and I tried the Impossible Whopper, it was just with cheese. Just the straight meat does not taste like a Whopper. Like you're getting a little bit of dampening from your toppings.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that, but I mean, I've eaten just the Impossible Meat before. So like we had the perfect example. We used it for
that's my porn name.
Impossible Meat. Yeah. But we bought like a whole bunch of it, and we've made all sorts of stuff with it.
God damn it!
I think it's a great alternative.
Hey,
And
I'm all for it. I'm
I
happy
wish I
that
could
people
find
like it.
more.
Yeah.
Like I for a while there, it seemed like to be in most stores, Impossible or whatever the alternative was. I didn't pick any up, and then the next time I went looking for it, it wasn't there, and I'm like, well, god damn it.
So I've tried both. I tried Beyond Meat and Impossible Meat. Beyond is different from Impossible. Impossible Meat, I feel like, is the closest thing you can get to meat.
Yeah,
I
It's
feel like
also
it,
good.
I
yeah.
tried it. I tried to do good, but I just prefer the cow.
I see. I don't have. My thing is texture. It's the reason why I haven't switched to like veggie burgers and stuff too. It's all texture based. I don't really care about the taste of things for the most part. I mean, I do, but I can deal with that with condiments. It's all texture. So if it doesn't feel right in the slightest, I'm like, no, thank you. And I'm not saying it needs to be like meat. If it is good, because I know I can at least eat that. Like, you know, as soon
How
as
is
there's
somebody-
something like chewy in it, I'm out.
How has
So-
somebody not created a brand called I Can't Believe It's Not Meat?
Yes, I already made that joke to my wife, and she just rolled her eyes.
I can't believe it's not beef.
Pretty sure. I'm sure that's copyrighted.
So, but yeah, Anthony, definitely, if you do find like a package of like Impossible Meat somewhere, I suggest you try it because
And
I
when
mean
you-
it's
I'm
got the
assuming it's, like,
texture.
Ground beef or whatever. Like that's how it comes. Like
Yeah,
when
it's
you're making it and
packaged.
stuff?
It's packaged a lot like ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hamburger. All right. Curtis says, been playing since a Cyberpunk Ghost Story and liking it so far, but the controversy surrounding it, I don't get. Any of you guys played it?
I've never heard this game. I don't know what the controversy is.
Boobs.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
it?
Is what the controversy is. I went looking for the controversy and could not find it. It seemed like we don't have enough pre-orders or something. so let's make a fake controversy, a la Team Ninja with whatever Dead or Alive game was the last one, the Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball that came out on like PS4. That they're like, it's been censored and it's not coming out in North America, so buy your Asian copy that has English in it. It's like these games don't sell when you bring them over. That's the real reason. And so I'm like, I looked and they're like, we've seen that people have tried to get our stuff removed from Nintendo or whatever. It's like, no one's fucking removing your shit.
Dude, there's like straight up porn games on the Switch eShop.
Yeah, like fuck off. Like it was such a horse shit, like I couldn't find any. There was more people talking about like, where's this censorship happening than actual censorship, like actual people calling for censorship. Like, to me, it just seemed made up. Like the fact is, I don't know what this controversy is about, speaks volumes to it. Like there is no controversy. They're trying to strum it up.
Maybe they should have packaged it with some panties.
Here's a mouse pad that looks like boobs.
There's too many of those. You need to get original.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, my old roommate had one of those.
You just get some dirty panties and put them in there. That's fine.
Yo.
David says, finally loaded up Hitman 3 last night. Thought I'd play for 20 minutes and then go to sleep 2.5 hours later. Forgot how I enjoy stealth in that game. Hiding in plain sight is just fun. Though I screw myself by forgetting to harness my handgun while wearing the butler's clothes.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Why is this butler carrying around a silenced pistol?
I think Jay said he'd played one of the best Hitman levels in Hitman 3.
There's one that's like a murder mystery.
Oh, interesting. My favorite level is from the first Hitman game or second Hitman game, and it's been in like every Hitman since, which is the hotel.
The
No one?
Hitman levels are always good.
No, the hotel one is like you can almost enter every room in the hotel, and you have to sneak in all your weapons, but then you have to jump between balconies and kill a guy in the shower, and there's a ghost in one section of the hotel. If you go in, it's been locked off because there's a murder there, and then you can see the ghost in the mirror.
Hitman 3 literally starts with you jumping out of a plane onto a giant building in Dubai.
Ooh.
It's pretty fucking fantastic.
It's like some Fast and Furious stuff, man.
That's some James Bond shit, and shocking, IO is making a James Bond game.
When it comes to Steam, where all my other Hitman games are, I'm sure I'll play it.
Well, the Epic games are letting you bring it over, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll just buy it on Steam when it comes out. I'm in no rush.
All right.
I'm not getting to it right away anyways.
Mookie says, and maybe just Puzzle Quest. God damn it.
So, you can't find Puzzle Quest anymore.
They announced the sequel this week, didn't they? Puzzle Quest 3?
Did they?
I thought they did. I thought I got a press release about it.
I'd be down for Puzzle Quest 3, but I can't find that game anywhere. It used to be on the phones, but you can't find it anymore.
I swear. I swore I saw a press release Puzzle Quest 3 was announced. Puzzle Quest: The Legend Return. No, that was back in 19. I swore I saw that they were making a new Puzzle Quest. I don't know. Last tweet. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll wait till after.
Last tweet comes from Christine. She says, I'm always too late to tweet to the show. Everyone always wants to know what Gambus is up to. But what about K-Dub?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I sent him a Christmas text. I said, Merry Christmas, brother. Miss seeing you. And he never replied.
Maybe he doesn't miss seeing you.
I guess not. I guess he don't love me no more. I don't know. I see him on his PC all the time playing, like, fucking, what does he play? He plays Among Us and he plays Phasmophobia. He's like turned into a hardcore PC dude, but...
Yeah, he played Overwatch with me once, I think.
Last time I talked to him was he texted me at the beginning of the football season because the Panthers were playing the Raiders opening weekend. He wanted to watch it. And I just replied back and said, well, I don't know where we're going to go because of COVID. I don't want to go sit, in like a restaurant for 4 hours. And he never replied. And then the next text I sent him was on Christmas. I said, hey, man, Merry Christmas, brother. Miss you. And he never replied back. So I don't know what's going on with him. I hope he's good. I hope he's having a good life, but I don't chat with him anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier in 2020. I would say maybe springtime, right during like when the pandemic started. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
he came over around that time to my house and helped me set up that big 85-inch TV, and we hung
Oh, yeah.
out and stuff. But that's the last time I saw him in person.
Yeah.
And before that, it was when we went and saw the last Star Wars movie, which was back in December 2019.
Wow.
So I don't know. I hope he's doing good, but I don't know. Don't know where he's at. Playing some Phasmophobia or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe me and him can hook up and play some Phasmophobia.
Hey, maybe he'll reply to you. Maybe he likes you more than me now. I don't know.
I don't think so, but maybe.
No, I ain't got no beef with him. I just don't know what he's doing. I did speak to Gambus on Christmas, and he said he was looking forward to getting new consoles whenever he could afford it. That's the last time I chatted with him. He was the COVID stuff really depressed him because him and his wife were very social people.
Yeah.
So they not being able to go anywhere has really made him kind of depressed. So I saw he was on Twitter this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was playing with his toys out in the yard.
Well, COVID, man. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah, I saw he post a picture. He's like playing with my figures at the yard, and I was like, "That's some Gambus shit right there."
There you go. And I've noticed it growing up. I used to, when I was in my 20s, like early 20s, that was like peak. Everybody comes over to my roommate's place, and we play games, get drunk, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah,
have a ball. And now there's dudes that were in my wedding that I haven't seen since my wedding.
yeah. It's hard, man. Even before the pandemic, it was hard to find time in people's schedules to just hang out.
I mean, like most of my guys, most of my friends, married. Someone's got kids.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Dude, I have no idea. You know, when you have kids, it's a challenge, especially now during the pandemic, just to get to the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how your life changes. Like I'm right there with you. I can remember every weekend there would be alcohol and rock band and me and Wombat, Brian, Justin, like all of us. Go to a movie on Friday night, hang out in the parking lot till 3 a.m. chatting.
That was fucking, they commented exactly, it was Monday for us.
Yeah.
Because two of my friends were worked at the movie theater, so they just got us in for free.
Hey, same thing here. It was Terrence and Justin worked at the movie theater, and they got us in to see movies for free.
Yep. I got in for free because they were off on Mondays. They just walk up and they tell the employees, "Hey, we're here. All right, come on in."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I worked and went to college every day and then dealt with depression on any free time I had. So I don't know this feeling.
No, we'd have invited you, Anthony.
Honestly, it wasn't even that. Like, I just was such an angry little person because, well, not little, but you know what I mean? I was angry because just my depression wasn't undealt with, so
I can't. I just want to go to dinner with my family, truthfully. Like, I would kill to be able to just go out and sit down at a restaurant with my wife and my son and just talk.
We're coming up on a year since we've sat down in a restaurant.
Yeah, we have too. Yeah.
Yeah, I see people every day just walking around Walmart without a fucking mask on.
Oh yeah, I see my restaurants around me packed. I went. So here's an interesting story. My wife, there's a bar downtown from where we live, and she loves their burgers. And she hadn't had one in ages, so she asked me, "Will you go down and pick one up?" I said, "I hate going down there, but yeah, it's a bar during COVID. There's probably nobody there, so I'll go get it."
Incorrect.
I walk in, and literally every table, every bar stool is full of people without masks. Every single seat.
Yeah.
I'm just standing there like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Dude, we just recently got a Firehouse sub, like close to my house. And I love Firehouse sub. So I was like, hey, let's go check out that Firehouse sub. So me and my wife, we went up to Firehouse sub. You got to go inside. It's like Subway. And we walked inside. The place is packed because it's brand new. Me, my wife, and the employees are the only motherfuckers in that entire building that are wearing masks.
I don't understand.
And we have to stand there and wait. And I'm just like, the entire time I'm here, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was totally uncomfortable in that bar.
That's not allowed in Canada. I'm pretty sure, at least in my province. You enter a place with a mask, they'll just kick you.
Well, every place I go into has a big sign on the door that says "No mask, no entry," but that doesn't stop people from not wearing masks.
Oh, no, you can't.
That ain't a choice. They'll call the police here.
No,
not around here. They don't care.
It's sad that I look at that. People were joking about it. That Razer mask that's coming out, whatever it's called, Project.
The one with the breathing apparatus on it and stuff.
Yeah, that's a piece of plastic, and I'm like, I'm gonna end up buying one of those because I hate the fabric masks being pushed right against my face. And
I'm a glasses man. You have no idea how uncomfortable that shit is for me. My glasses are constantly fogged up.
So I don't know what this stuff is. I had it at work. It's some kind of industrial crap. I don't know what it is, but I work at a Toyota place, and I had to do temperature checks at work, and everybody noticed in the mornings when I was coming in that my glasses were fogged up because I had to wear a mask the entire time. And one of the guys that works there says, hey, stop by my station. I bought, we got this stuff, this like a glass cleaner and this industrial stuff. Spray that on my glasses. This shit works, dude.
I know what you're talking about.
I need an Amazon link.
It's like Rain-X or some shit.
Yeah.
Like nothing stays on it.
Yeah, it beads the moisture so quickly that when you spray that on a windshield, the rain comes down and doesn't stay on.
Yeah.
All right, somebody needs to give me an Amazon link because I need that shit.
Yeah,
my dad deals with
serious.
glass. I'll find out what it is.
I need that shit back because I'll be standing in a restaurant waiting to pick up takeout, and I have to take my glasses off because I can't fucking see.
Yeah, it was to a point where I was putting my glasses up on my head while I was checking temperatures, but I sprayed that stuff, and they're like, yeah, and you only have to spray it once. This stuff stays on there.
Okay, yeah, I need this.
I don't know what it is. It's industrial, dude. I have to ask the guy.
Yeah, somebody listening to the show or one of you guys send me a link. I will buy that shit.
I mean, you could try some Rain-X. That may work.
No, I don't want to ruin my glasses. I want to make sure it's built for glasses.
Well, see, I don't think this stuff is built for glasses.
Yeah, no, there is stuff that is built for glass. It's not built for glasses, but remember, the thing that makes your glasses prescription is actually the build of the glass. So as long as you're not chemically destroying the glass, which that won't happen, that's not the issue.
Okay. Well, whatever you send me, I will definitely, because it's driving me crazy.
I'll get the name of it.
All right, that is it for the show. I have to get out of here. One last...
Wait 1 second. 2 things.
Okay.
One, it sounds like the System Shock remake is coming out soon, based on the backer mail I got from the Kickstarter. It'll be going on sale on March, I think, for pre-order. And lesser news, but Playtonic is changing their name. That's the studio behind Yooka-Laylee. They're only 2 games in, and they're already changing, and it sounds like they're changing for a reason. So I don't know if they've been bought by someone. It was very odd messaging, but it seems like it's going to make sense when we hear their new name.
I'm telling you, Banjo.
Hey, I'd love it, but yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
Drew, we do this every year. Who you got? Super Bowl's in 2 weeks. Who you got?
I mean, it's going to be Kansas City and Green Bay.
That's your picks?
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, that's the thing. It's got to be. What I want the Bills in it.
Yep.
The Bills will not win today.
So I have 3 scenarios. What I want, Bills Packers. What I don't want, Chiefs Bucks. What I expect, Chiefs Packers.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's Bills Packers. That's what I want.
That'd be nice. That'd be a good game.
But we gotta make those predictions before the games happen, and the games are happening in less than an hour.
Yep.
So.
Are they taking a week off before Super Bowl, or is it next week?
Next week is over, and then the week after. So here's the kicker: if Brady does make it, it'll be the first home Super Bowl for a team
ever. Yep,
it's in Tampa Bay.
Wow.
So, of course, it would be Brady that would make that history if he does go.
You know, I can't stand Brady, but I got to give it to him.
The man has lost more Super Bowls than most people have been in.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't like the man.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons I don't like the man, but you can't deny the fact that he is probably the greatest to ever play the game.
He is the greatest quarterback that has ever played football.
6 fucking rings, dude. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's more than like half of the teams in the NFL have combined.
That's more than a half.
What's that?
You think Breeze will come back?
No, he's done.
You think so?
Well, so 2 of them now this year, Breeze and Rivers, 2 quarterbacks I grew up watching.
Wait, is it confirmed Breeze is coming back?
He's pretty much, everybody said he's done.
Okay.
So I'd assume he's done. He's already got a contract with CBS. He's going to go be a commentator.
So do you think this is Brady's last?
No, he'll play again.
You think he'll do one more season?
He'll be back next year.
All right, so how about this? If he gets to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl, I bet you he'll quit.
I don't think he will. I think he'll come back for another year.
God.
That means he'll be 44 when he plays next year.
What's the oldest? What's the oldest quarterback that's ever played?
It's him.
Is it him?
Yeah, it's him. 43. Drew Brees is 42.
That's right.
So, and he just retired. And I think, how old was, what's his nuts? Favre. I think he was like 41. 41.
Yeah, he wasn't as old as Breeze or.
He was the oldest until those 2 guys.
Yeah.
So now Brady will hold the record for as long as he plays. So right now it's 43.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we'll see. I want to see the Bills in it.
I do
at
too.
The very least.
I do. I want to see the Bills in. I want to see new teams, and I don't like the Chiefs because they suck.
Well, if the Bills is any record, they like to mess up in the Super Bowl.
It's okay. I just want them to go.
Yeah, me too.
So anyway, that's it for the show this week. If you want to email us, podcasts@ztgd.com. Twitter, N4G Podcast. If you want to follow us, Drew is at Drew Leachman. I am at ZTGD. You can follow the site at ZTGD Content. Phoenix Down. How many more ocarinas we got?
So we got one episode coming up this coming week, which will be the Shadow and Light Temples. And then, or Spirit Temple, I should say. I always call it the Shadow and Light. And then we'll be doing the last episode. So we got 2 more episodes.
All right. Anyway, that's it. Everybody enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy America in a different state now. Didn't talk about that at the beginning, but that did happen. And everybody enjoy your video games. There's lots of them to play. Stop trying to fuck your plastic boxes. Anyway, we out of here. Peace.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.
Epic fail. Welcome to the N4G podcast.
It's me, Mario.
$0.
This is going to be a very interesting episode.
Gather time.
Greetings, programs. I got lost trying to find my way to the secret underground N4G Radio lair.
The Wombat. And
I always live being angry.
Killer Wolverine. Play games, not consoles. No fanboys allowed.
And then I killed the dragon. 8.0.